Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So today I'm not gonna be doing a weekly guidance reading. If I have time tomorrow, I can probably do it, but I did want to do a general reading because it's been a while. So today's pick a card is what good news is coming your way. I'm gonna do my best to get specifically news in your outer world because my readings tend to like to focus in the spiritual path, but I'm gonna just see if there's anything in the outer world. So whether it's work or home life, family, friends, personal stuff, we'll see, and what good news is coming towards you. So we have here the 4 groups. The timestamps are below. I'll be using this deck, which is the Goddess Dream Oracle, just as one card pull, and then I'll be using my handmade deck, the Child Tarot, as well. So we have here group number 1. This is the Selenite Unicorn. Group number 2 is the Kyanite Aura Dragonfly. Group number 3 is Blue Apatite Sphere. And group number 4 is the Rose, I'll just call this Rose Quartz Point. I think it might be like half point or something. You can take as much time as you need. You can pause if you have to. And just try to keep a clear mind for this because we're just looking for anything really. And whenever you guys are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is the Selenite Unicorn. So let's see. Spirit, this is for group number 1, please. What good news is coming their way? Can you please just give us a starting message for group 1, especially only in their outer world? What good news is coming their way? Thank you. Okay, so this is actually an incredible start. Bright future, right? So it looks pretty on point there already. Directly into it says, the darkest hour is just before the dawn. So to me, I definitely feel like if you've been really struggling lately with a lot of darkness or sadness, or just struggle in general, a lot of tiredness, just know that this is going to be coming to an end soon. It should be coming to an end soon. I'm kind of noticing that these little fairy creatures look a little bit similar to the dragonfly group, so I don't know if that group might also have some messages for you. If you felt equally drawn to it, please feel free to check that out as well. So I'm going to leave this here, bright future. I just think it's a wonderful message. So now we'll get all of the detail for that. Spirit, moving forward into the near future for group number 1, can you tell us what is this good news that will be coming their way for our Selenite Unicorn group? What is the good news and where is it coming from? So this is the High Priestess card, Daydream. So it does look like something within your intuition definitely already suspected this. You just kind of felt it already. In fact, you probably even feel like 90% you know what's going to happen regarding some obviously good thing. Let's see. So meaning you've already thought about this. I don't think that this is going to be a surprise good news sort of a thing. This probably instead is going to be something that you've already considered and maybe even have been waiting for. Not all of you have been waiting for it, but there's at least something you've known about this. Spirit, can you tell us what is it specifically? The Fireflies is the Star card. It's the same thing. This is a really deeply spiritual wish that you've had. Something having to do with your fulfillment. There's a cleansing and purifying energy that I'm feeling with the cards as well as with the group, the stone that you picked. There's just this overall cleansing to a lot. Perhaps there was some kind of negative energy. There could have been some energy pollution or something like that, but here it's peaceful, again, spiritual, intuitive. It looks like, okay, I know my handmade deck here is very simplified in the facial expressions, but it still looks like there's a lot of the blank expressions are really drawing to me right now. So it's almost like meh and then nothing at all, right? So I'm not really sure what that even is. It almost looks like a poker face. Like maybe you didn't want to react to this thing preemptively. Maybe you weren't 100% sure. So maybe that's why you're just trying to stay still right now and just really not expect anything. Spirit, can you tell us from where is this good news coming? What do they need to know? Where is this coming from? What do they need to know about this? About 50% of you, I would say this is coming from something having to do with work or business. Now, the rest of you, I actually think that all of you, it does have to do with finances, but obviously not everyone is going to be working right now. But this does look like something with the either financial or work part of life. So Master of Polynoses is the King of Pentacles. But in my version here, you can see obviously the happiness and just feeling very pleased about something that was tricky or complicated before. There is a I feel like there's an immediate sense of security with this good news, meaning something is going to happen right away. I don't know if it's that you're going to be receiving some financial gain right away, because it obviously will depend on the situation, but something here is saying that there's going to be an immediacy to it where right away you're going to be like, I feel like I'm provided for. I feel like I am safe now and I can feel grounded again. Can you tell us a little bit more about this good news and what it will be? Definitely, yeah, definitely you've been wishing for this. It may also have to do, obviously, with your future, your bright future. Maybe you've tried really hard on this goal, and now it's finally coming together where you can really feel it. It's like tangible now. So I think that your goal is coming to life. Before, it may have just been a vision for a long time, but for a good reason. You know, that's usually how it goes. When I said that there's a spiritual vibe to this whole thing, I feel like it's very delicately connecting with your your path and your purpose, and I'm feeling very antsy. My chair, I keep moving around in my chair. There's like the sense of feeling not grounded and not settled, and probably there was a lot of anxiety surrounding this prior to this point. What else? It's saying with the monster in the dark card, this is supposed to be the devil card. I do feel like you've had to break free from a significant amount of chains and restriction, and even maybe a lot of negative thoughts or something along those lines, in order to get to this point of stability, security, and happiness. So yes, definitely you've worked so hard on this, and there is going to be, they went like this with the light switch. There's like, they gave me that motion, and they said that there's going to be a sudden shift in the near future for most of you. I would say like a good 70% of you, where it's going to be the sudden thing, and you just were like, where did this come from? Can you tell us a little bit more just only about the good news and what it is, or maybe is someone else involved, or what is the situation at hand regarding this? Thank you. They said the same thing. There's been so many battles about this particular thing. I don't know if the number 5 is significant to any of you, but I only mention it because of the time on the clock here. It says it's 5 a.m. and just very tired from all of repeating battles. Maybe you've tried this particular thing before, but it wasn't quite right, and it just didn't fit until this here, until this point in your life now. Another 5, that's interesting. I don't know. So, I mean, we're still in the 5th month. So I don't know if maybe something happened this month that you already kind of knew about. But this is pretty much the same thing, where it's saying that there was a lot of different struggles, obstacles, lots of different battles, back and forth, in order for you to finally get to that level of stability. I still feel like they're being a little mysterious. So let me think of what I want to do here. Spirit, is there anything else you can tell us about what the actual news is? And is someone delivering this news, or how are they going to receive this? Anything else at all about what they can expect? If this feels like it's already kind of set too. Yeah, there is going to be someone here that is involved with giving you something. Some of you, it could be just the news itself. Others of you, this is like I saw someone handing you keys. And then others of you could be some sort of object. Here it does look like coins, so it does look like some type of financial exchange, like I said before. Anything else about the Master of Polynoses that we need to know? Sorry about this is just YouTube restriction bar here. So anyway, the World card. Yeah, I mean, it's it's really not giving me any new messages. They're just saying that this is something that has been a long time coming, that is now coming into a sense of completion. Most likely you have not yet seen this type of completion in your life thus far. Some of you may have a few here and there, but this looks like it's almost like that finally this is coming together. Finally, this is wrapping up. It's closing up that other chapter. We're starting fresh. Do you have any advice? Anything else? Any other messages regarding? So they're not telling me the specifics. Yes, I got some clues, but they are being very mysterious. So I'm thinking that's for a reason. Your guides may not want to reveal everything. You know how it is. It may not always be what we expect. And, you know, we do our best to deal with that. It's tricky. It's very tricky. We like to obviously know what's going on for the most part. Okay, so we also have here the Moon card. Yep, there it is. Mystery and not having all of the answers. There's a few things that they're still ironing out with this whole situation. You know, there could still be some type of communication going on behind the scenes, or someone in the situation is trying to figure something out. This also could be a 5D type of thing where energetically speaking, they're trying to sort through and make sense of something. But there is a new beginning coming to you. Now, for a lot of you, this Ace of Wands did give me the vibe of July, and I am confirmed with the Chariot on the bottom being the number 7. This does not mean that you're going to receive your good news in July, but I think that the good news you're about to receive has to do with a new beginning that's connected to July. So if you're watching this when I'm posting, I don't even know if this is a timeless reading at this point. It doesn't matter, but especially if you're watching this when I'm posting it, this could be very relevant for most of you, if not all of you. And you see how it landed right on top of Master of Polynoses, so it's like you're very excited about this new beginning. This might have to do with a creative passion of yours or something like that. Just, if not creative passion necessarily, something that you've thought of and have great ideas for, and there's just, again, this excitement. Any final messages about what is this good news that's coming their way? Anything else that they need to be aware of? So if you have already suspected that there was some element of this dream that couldn't be done, or if it wasn't possible to live up to the 100% vision that you had, they're saying that this is actually okay, because there's going to be some hidden opportunities that might come as a result of everything else. With the 5 of Cups, it's easy to feel that sense of disappointment, and you might have already felt it. Maybe a lot of you have already felt this, but they're saying that there's more to happen after or because of whatever restriction you might have seen. Anything else? And with the 10 of Wands, I'm getting this feeling that you're still kind of building something that is connected to this. Separate, yet it's still connected. It's a different part of the same idea. It could perhaps have something to do with a different passion, but it's all going to come together. And we can see here a sneak peek of the future, that it will be very, very successful. Something that you've built on your own. So again, this is very relevant to, for example, if you have a business or a creative idea, anything like that. And it just seems that you're doing a really great job. So if you're thinking that some piece of it didn't quite fall through, just know that your guides are still completely working on this with you. This is not the end of the line here. This is not the end of the story. There's going to be more and more that's unfolding here. But I think it does start with just this good news that's coming. Can we have a final message for them, please, for group 1? Thank you. Exactly. So we have 2 9s as your final cards, the 9 of Cups here, and you can see the satisfaction and the fulfillment. You're going to be very pleased with everything that is coming through, that you're working on, that you're building. It's just going to all make sense, and it is going to fit perfectly with your happiness, not only of your mental happiness, emotional happiness, but with your spiritual one as well. Because like I said, this is aligned with your spiritual path and purpose. You also have a guide, a specific guide, or I'm assuming many actually, that are helping you, and they did come through. I saw the bird a few times, but they always like to come through. There's quite a few different guides that I kind of noticed there. So work with them. That's always my advice, of course, but it's good to be reminded. So group number 1, this is what I'm seeing for you. Really wonderful news. A little mysterious on my end, but I feel like you guys for the most part do know what I'm talking about. But if it didn't resonate at all, you may want to check out group 2 like I mentioned. But for the rest of you, if it does resonate, please let me know. And if you enjoyed this reading, feel free to subscribe. If you'd like a personal reading, the info is below. But thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is Kyanite Aura Dragonfly. Spirit, can we please just have one card for them as a start? What good news is coming their way? Group 2. What do we need to know, please, our Dragonfly group? Thank you. We have self-exploration, fairy tales, and myths. This to me, I'm definitely going to get all of the information here for you, but this to me does look like there's a great deal of some kind of mystery or hidden things that are developing as we speak. I'm curious to see how all of this is going to fit in with the reading. Spirit, moving forward, please. What energies are coming? What good news, rather, is coming? Spirit, moving forward into the near future, what good news is coming towards our group 2 Kyanite Aura Dragonfly? Thank you. Okay, that's kind of scary. I always think it's strange. Even up until now, I'm still baffled by tarot. But look at the similarity, literally in the placement. That's kind of crazy to me. You're in the forest. You have the moon in the upper left-hand corner. There's a lot of mystery here. It's like these 2 figures look like they're sleeping and dreaming up something. But with that smile on the face, it does look like it's something positive. And you know what I'm thinking, group 2? Okay, they just told me right now. That's why. It was psychic energy. There we go. They said that your psychic sense is still bubbling at this current time. Now, if you happen to be a little bit ahead of the game in psychic ability, you may already know what I'm talking about. But I think for a good 70 to 80% of you, there's something in your subconscious right now that has not come out yet. And when it does, you're probably going to look back and say like, man, let me watch that video again because it's going to exactly explain this. You may not have any conscious awareness of this just yet. And yes, I'm about to spill all the beans to say what the good news is. So I don't know how to take that. I don't know how this is even going to work, but let's get into it. So your first card is the Labyrinth. This is my deck. So this is the Moon card. This is my version of the Moon card. So the Labyrinth, just sort of trying to figure out your way out of some mystery or path of unknown, I'll say. Spirit, moving forward, what is this good news that is coming towards them? What is this energy, this good news in the 3D, maybe, that's coming towards group 2? Kind of feels like there's something that will literally fly in your face because you chose the dragonfly. Stuff like that has happened to me, and it always feels surreal, I think, when that does happen. It's hard to believe, but it's there. So we have the 7 of Wands here. So this to me does show something that you've been basically fighting for or climbing for, and the red flag at the top does look like victory. So again, we're still kind of in mystery here, but let's see. Spirit, what can you tell us about this mysterious energy that is coming towards them? Is there anything they are allowed to know? They may not want to tell you. Yes, I do think there's some element here that they're talking about not being prepared for something with the Seven of Wands there, or summertime. they're not being entirely prepared. So basically, yes, this could be totally unexpected, and yet at the same time it felt right. You know, when something happens where, you know, you really didn't see it coming, but it just feels so right and aligned, something kind of like that. We have here the child of imagination. So I mentioned something flying in your face, and then you have the hummingbird looking like it's about to fly in your face. And I literally drew this deck, and I never thought of that before. But for you guys, I'm feeling that the hummingbird is going to, like, not in a painful way, but it does look like it's about to flap right in your face to get all of your attention. Here you are kind of just watering your little baby tree of imagination, enjoying things maybe, or not. Like, if you're not enjoying things necessarily, it could just be that you were enjoying that moment and living in that moment, and not really, I guess, in a sense, paying attention to the sign that was about to hit you. You didn't notice that it was coming. So I know that this is unfolding a little slowly. They're doing that on purpose. So after this point, hummingbird, please, hummingbird guide, would you like to end the suspense and tell us what is the good news, hummingbird? Thank you. They look similar. I mean, the hummingbird and the dragonfly look very similar to me. Even the coloring, that's so weird. That is weird to me. Look, the beak and the, I guess, tail, whatever that's known as, the coloring is purple, blue, and like greenish yellow, and that's exactly the same coloring. Okay, that's freaky. Please, whew, that is very freaky to me. I only use these cards. I always use the Rider deck, but it's human today, and they were sticking together in my the one I usually use. I have another one over here. Anyway, I'm beating around the bush here. The energy is still unfolding. Hummingbird guide, could you please let us know? I don't know if they want to say anything. They did give me the letter P as in pink. I don't know why. I have a feeling some of you may feel a little bit nervous to get signs or have these magical happenings kind of in your life, or I think it might be a little startling to some of you. If that doesn't fit you, that's okay, but I think some of you did need to hear that. So we have here the healer of summertime, which is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so as you can see here, she's very happy. She's beaming with light. And I don't know if maybe the caterpillar is either a guide or someone you're talking to, Queen of Wands, but there is an open energy here. Now I'm seeing it finally starting to come through. She is receiving something. She's receiving light, warmth, good news. It's coming. Now, yes, they're still not telling me what that is, but we are getting closer. Remember what I said before. If it's in your subconscious and your psychic energy, and you're not, I guess, at that frequency to receive it, perhaps, that makes sense to me, why it's really unfolding very slowly. Chills. Oh, chills. Here we have, again, the flying creatures. We have the ladybugs, which could mean fortune and all kinds of wonderful things. Good news, literally, in itself. We have a sign on the ground. We have this inscrutable message on a note, on a paper here. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, by the way, this was the Page of Cups. So we have here something having to do with your destiny itself, something having to do maybe with your transformation, your path as a whole, definitely. I didn't think that this reading would be so involved today, the whole video. I mean the topic, but there is something really big here. So what I am gathering from the pinwheel is that you are going to be turning. You're going to be, is it maybe a detour actually with that? And again, that may not have been completely expected. I am seeing a turning of sort, where maybe in your path It's not that you were on the wrong path. I just think that they gave me the feeling that you were kind of just doing your thing, not really noticing what was coming. And then they came through to say, oh, we're going this way. And you're going to be very happy about this. That's kind of how I see that there. Can you explain, please, any way that this news is going to reach them? Is this going to be from a person, a situation? What do we need to know here, please? The good news coming their way. Well, that's even more mysterious. I specifically asked if it was going to come through a person or situation, and you're literally by yourself. This is the Hermit card. So you might be, I don't know if the other groups will do this, but they're just making me feel as though this news may not be actually delivered verbally by a person. I think that this might be in a different way. So there is an internal piece to this news that you're receiving, and I think it has to do everything with this here. So whether it comes through to you in a dream or a sign or your own psychic sense, it might feel like your psychic sense, but this news might be delivered directly from a guide of yours. And I am kind of feeling like that's the case. So maybe it's okay it doesn't come from the 3D, because either way you're going to be receiving this. Sometimes our guides do very it's kind of a it's a little scary to me when this happens, but they will at times do this where they'll kind of use us, they'll, I guess, channel through human beings or events and whatnot, and then they'll deliver the news that way. So there is a chance that some of you might hear this from an actual human being source. But a lot of you, it's going to just be when you're by yourself, not really expecting anything. There's going to be something written for a good amount of you. Maybe not every single one of you, but there will be something having to do with a note or some kind of writing, something that you're meant to read or look at. Your attention is going to be drawn to it. Can you tell us what this is about? So much mystery here, right? Over here, back at the self-exploration card, fairy tales and myths, they indicated with the word myth that you may have thought one thing before about your life or yourself or your abilities, but they're going to show you something else entirely different. And not to say that what you believed before was not true, but they're just basically trying to show you that there's so much more to the story. So yeah, there could be something prior to this point, some knowledge that you thought it was one way, but then once this whole shift happens in the near future, you're going to start to see a truth of some sort. Can you tell us about the healer of summertime? What else do we need to know? So for some of you, there could be some sort of a masculine protective energy that comes through to deliver the news, but that's not all of you. Others of you, it could be something that really took your sense of routine and it changed it totally. We got the Two of Pentacles here, or polynoses, and it just like shifted, it reoriented you, it made you go in a different direction. At first you might have been nervous about it, but it's all going to make perfect sense as we move forward. Spirit, what is the news? Can we know about the Wheel of Fortune or the wheel? What do we need to know? It might kind of feel like you have to completely release something that you never wanted to release before. Okay, now I can see the similarity between group 1 and 2, because some of you, I sent you over here to say like you might have had some messages here that you needed to hear, but I believe both of you, both group 1 and 2, got the 5 of Cups in this exact position. So it does kind of look like, I don't know if there's like a shared thing there, but it does look like there was this element that felt disappointing. In your case, it's not necessarily only like a disappointing feeling. I think you're going to have to really release and let go of something that you really didn't think you could before. But when this happens, you're going to see that you're able to. So that's mysterious in itself. That is going to be up to you guys. But let's see. Any other final messages? What good news is coming their way for group number 2? Well, I mean, this is really nice that this is a Justice card. This is balance, and it's saying that things are going to be balanced or put to fairness in the situation. Maybe before this point, something was really off and it was bothering you. This is going to basically fix that, or it's going to help you to get into some sort of deep spiritual balance. Now, as a final message, I'm going to just grab my other rider deck. I have 2 now. And they have post-it notes over the nude parts, because YouTube doesn't allow nudity. Sorry about that. On the cards, I mean. Anyway, Spirit, what is the good news? Can you tell us anything more about if this is a whatever we can tell them about this news? What is it, please? Thank you. Final message. Thank you. Okay, this is really crazy. I do think a lot of you are going to know someone who picked group 1, or will pick group 1 if you share it with them and they are attracted to group 1. Or it could be a crossover message for you as well. They also got the same thing. There's some really big idea that is coming to you guys. There's a new chapter of some type of passionate path. I really don't know what it is for you specifically, because again, this is the whole premise of your reading was mystery. But that's the whole idea here. There's still something forming within your psychic sense. Again, your subconscious. Your dreams are still sort of bubbling to the surface, and it will make sense. This now is starting to sound a little bit like an awakening, a spiritual awakening. What's the good news, please? So I mean, I'm not trying to sound like so dramatic about this, but it does seem like many of you are waking up to your calling, to your spiritual path, higher purpose. I have readings on that. If you want to leaf through some of my old readings, you can check those out. You have the Loner card. This is the Hermit card again. Here we are. And it just seems like you are, there's like this, it's like a deepening of some type of psychic sense or enlightenment. And it's here for you again. So final message, please, for group 2. The Two of Swords. That's it. That's all I want to say. Nothing further. And again, since it's so mysterious, please do let me know if this resonates. And it may not entirely, like I said. So if you want to come back, if you still feel a little bit of an intuition that it feels right, and you don't doubt it either, you can let me know below, and that'd be interesting. But group 2, this is what I'm seeing for you. I hope it made sense. I hope it will make sense if you check back in, I don't know, like a few weeks or even a few months for some of you. If you want to come back, maybe you want to pin the reading or whatnot. But anywho, that's what I have for you guys. If you want a personal reading, the link is below. And if you're new, you can feel free to subscribe. But thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is the blue apatite sphere. Okay, so let's just shuffle and get one card. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Please and thank you. What good news is coming their way? Can you please just give us one message as a hint or a theme, perhaps? Kind of felt immediately, because of the stone that you picked, something about, there's a lot of you that may want to say something. I'm not saying there's like a blockage feeling that I'm feeling, but it was almost like a nagging. Let's see. Spirit, what do they need to know about what the good news that's coming? So we have here spiritual, spiritual insight, sacredness. I feel like your ancestors are trying to come through in this card. And if you're interested to get more about that, I do have pick-a-cards for that specifically. If you want to just search the channel, I don't have energy these days to get all this stuff down into the description box. But I think that your ancestors are trying to come through and tell you something. Even create some sort of an idea in your mind. Maybe even for a lot of you, gift you with a psychic ability soon. If you have it already and there's a growing of that ability, that might be relevant there. But we'll see. We'll see how all of this makes sense. Spirit, this reading is for group 3. Please and thank you. What do they need to know? Spirit, moving forward into the near future, what good news is coming their way towards group 3, blue apatite sphere? Okay. This is the same thing, pretty much. We have the spiritual insight card, and then we have here the High Priestess card. So the way I'm looking at this, and of course this is the first time that this has happened actually, because the combo of cards I don't think I've ever used before. I don't remember anyway. So we have, look at how this is coming through. This is kind of spooky if you ask me. You have the three ancestors here, and they're kind of pouring some type of spiritual energy into the cauldron, and it looks like a vortex, it looks like a portal. And then look at the window. The window is open and the breeze is blowing through, and you're receiving, I got chills just now, and you're receiving spiritual insight in your mind. And it's a mystery to how that got there. And then we have the apple here, which I was trying to go for like hidden knowledge and stuff like that. I don't know if the book has some significance, but we'll see. But I think that this is directly your ancestors, your guides, trying to come through and give you a message. So that kind of spooked me. Okay, perfect. So let's see, Spirit. What is the good news? What's coming towards them in terms of this good news, and what does it have to do with, or what area of life? So they're trying to help you. Now I'm going to let your guides come through a little bit here because they're trying to speak to you directly. So again, I do have pick a cards for that, for spirit guides. Some for like what are their messages, what are they trying to tell you, or something like that. But they're coming through this entire reading, and they're not slowing down. I kind of feel like the squirrel, it was a little bit of a hint there to say, like, I'm trying to give you something or dislodge this stuck feeling or stuck idea from you. I'm trying to take that from you so that there's space here. And again, here they are again, higher in number, kind of trying to speak to you directly and giving you some type of hope and faith for a particular thing in your life, or a particular part of your life, having to do with the bigger picture of your path. So this is the Star card, and this is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so guides or ancestors or spirit team of group 3. Maybe they were the ones who were trying to say something. That's what I felt. Can you please tell us, what is this good news moving forward? Or I don't know if they want to deliver it to you directly. Is there a hint? Is there anything kindly we can get today? I think it's, at this point I'm seeing a collective thing, because group 2 got the loner or the hermit card twice, and I just wonder if there's similarities now on all fronts. But again, here you are just kind of by yourself doing your thing. You're looking into the water, trying to figure something out, and they will tell this to you. But I do think there might be an overlap, and the good news may not only be from your guides, it could be something else. Can you tell us moving forward what energies are coming towards them with good news? Or so this is the Hierophant card. Again, I'm seeing like a guide right there. We have the number 444 on the clock. And there's a key here. Maybe something's unlocking. Okay. There's this color scheme here now. I'm looking at a purple and blue. Okay, so we have purple here, purple, 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 and then blue pretty much on every card. So I kind of take that as more spiritual colors, and blue being like maybe the throat chakra, and we have the crown chakra represented too. Yeah. And so I do think that I don't know why they're not saying it directly here, but we'll see. Spirit, can you tell us anything more about the good news that's coming their way? Okay. They're still doing it. The little bumblebees, they said something about it coming in pretty slowly, but there is a reason for that. I'm not sure if they're trying to suggest, and this might be what they're trying to say, that you might be kind of cautious right now. I don't think you're afraid, most of you, but there is a level of caution here represented, because again, we have not wanting to let go of something, we have being overly protected, or protective, I mean, and kind of moving a bit slowly on, in some sense, doing things only by a set routine and not straying away from that. So some of you, I feel like, would benefit from kind of just doing things outside of the usual routine, or thinking outside the box, or taking maybe even some spontaneous action at times. And it's okay to do that. I understand the caution, but I think that's kind of what your guides are getting at here. Okay, so what else do we need to know, Spirit, about the good news that's coming? Can you tell us what it actually is, or what area of their life it will consist of? Ooh, this is lovely. So this is actually the Ace of Pentacles. So Ace of Polynoses. I noticed this here, the little swirl thing, which at first I thought it had to do with a cycle, but now in this positioning, it kind of looks like a little whirlwind. So there could be a whirlwind of change that's coming to you. And finally, they gave us a little itty bitty hint of what that could be. It could be in the area of your finances, your work slash career, or something physically speaking. So whether it's like your environment, or I don't know if it's like some physical, not like physical object exactly, but something that is, more tactile versus just something emotional. Trying to think of it also could be with maybe actually something physically. Yes, that definitely came in just as a wave, that for those of you where it's relevant, there could be something with your physical state of being, whether it's physical health or something that was important to you in that sense, in the physical sense. Okay, so they did give us that there. And now I'm understanding a little bit about the caution that I saw before, especially if there was something wrong or imbalanced or is still in the dark with this area of your life. That makes sense to me, because that can be quite anxiety provoking for many of us. Guides, would you like to tell them anything else? Guides, spirit team, ancestors of group number 3, would you like to say anything else about the good news? Well, they did indicate that a cycle is coming to an end, so that part is still true, because this is the death card, and they're talking about some type of a rebirth and a new beginning with that card. They're going to make it very obvious. They're really going to help you here. If you already work with your guides, keep doing that. Just keep moving forward and definitely be patient with them. If you don't currently work with your guides, you're probably going to start soon, and not really even intentionally. It's going to come in. I do think that this year, collectively now, I do think that it was meant for, yes, transformation and shift. I don't want to sound corny, but like basically magical happenings. There's just so much that's changing this year that we hadn't seen before, I think. Anything else, guides? This is really, really cool. Like, this is Master of Summertime is the King of Wands. So if we're looking at these two together, this is for a part of you guys, if only if it resonates, that if it has to do with your career or something with a business or something with, that financial piece, you literally have a money sign right here. So I don't know if maybe you're creating something in that aspect of your life. Maybe it's an idea. I think one other group got something with the, what should I call it? The career or work or financial aspect of life. This is an added element of leadership, though. I am seeing some leadership. It could be the word entrepreneur as well for some of you, and just really feeling confident about yourself, proud of yourself. There's something here you've achieved, or something that you're going to set out to achieve, depending on where you are in the journey. Anything else? So it is showing movement. It is showing that you're moving forward. Some of you, travel might be involved. Others of you, it could be that you kind of had to walk away from something. And this might have to do with signs, like bombarded by signs coming soon, actually, that you listened to or that you felt inclined to listen to because it felt also aligned with your intuition too. So you're moving on, moving forward. Again, some of you could be traveling, but they did say something specifically about nightfall too. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but yeah, it said something about the nighttime as well. Any final message? What is this news? Ace of Polynos is Master of Summertime. Would you like to tell us what you are? Okay. Yeah, so we have the Wind. This is the World card. So again, feeling very pleased. There's a lot of spiritual knowledge that you have taken. There's a lot of action that you're going to be taking too. This is going to be a big journey for you guys. This is really just the beginning. Even though this is technically the final card of the Major Arcana, you can see in the distance there's an eagle there waiting to direct you the rest of the way. Again, leading us back to the feeling of your guides or your ancestors. The eagle has that presence, for me at least. So you've finished one race or one game, and then there's a whole new one for you. And again, I'm feeling you're very pleased with your work. I feel like the similarity here, you're just like, ooh, I'm moving on up. Like I'm achieving things. I'm feeling good. I don't know if some of you felt like you had, I don't know, like imposter syndrome before, but you're not going to feel that if you did before. You're going to feel good about yourself. So I still don't know the specifics because everyone's situation is obviously different, but I'm hoping I was able to get enough for you guys here to know what the good news will be about. Final message or advice, any guidance, spirit for group 3. And the healer of polynoses is the Queen of Pentacles. And then at the bottom we have the 6 of Summertime or 6 of Wands. Again, victory, success. You're very happy with the results, as you can see. Even other people are happy for you too, and they're like kind of praising you and stuff. But yeah, the final card that popped out, Healer of Polynoses. Again, same thing. There's financial or physical security and stability. There's abundance coming through, and there's a lot more that is still coming through in terms of the future prosperity or positive energy, okay? Okay, so that took a lot to get to that clarity, but I'm glad that, you know, it eventually came through. Thank you so much to your guides, your spirit team, your ancestors for their messages, group 3, and I really hope that this was helpful. If you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe, and if you'd like a personal reading, the link is below. But thank you once again, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey guys, this is for those of you who chose group number 4, which is the Rose Quartz Point. We're just going to get a starting card. Spirit, this reading is for group 4, please and thank you. What good news is coming towards them? Can we just have a theme or a hint as our starting message? Thank you. Okay, so we have here self-love. Love yourself. So I don't know if there's like a hidden meaning to here. That's kind of why, yeah, I was like laughing a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. But let's see how this all connects. I don't know if maybe some of you have been hard on yourself lately, but I kind of feel like that's going to definitely ease up in the near future. Spirit, for group number 4 in the near future, moving forward, please. What good news is coming their way, please, for group 4? Okay, so this is very good news. Right off the bat, we have the 9 of Imagination or Cups, and then Magic Tricks, which is the Magician card. Okay, there's a lot of messages here, so I have to do this in a way that makes sense in my brain. Number 1, I was seeing that you had manifested something, or you will. There's a lot of power behind this Magician card. I'm wondering if the only thing I'm hesitant to say is if you did this already or you will. So maybe it's just that it's different for different people, but it looks like you're manifesting something, and something that is really going to make you extremely happy. Like, that's the power that I felt. Extremely happy and fulfilled. I really want to know what this is, but you're feeling very, very pleased about this. I don't know if it was only you that manifested it. I'm assuming your guides and the destiny had to do with this as well. So what I mean by that is that this was meant for your soul. This was not only something that you wanted just within your mind. This fully connects with your soul and whatever is right for you. Spirit, moving forward, please, what good news is coming their way? I think that I was saying in group number 3, I think this is a collective theme. I think that a lot of us are getting unstuck and receiving some powerful pushes and nudges from our guides because we needed to kind of get help getting unstuck. Can you explain what this is about, please? Thank you. Oh, I see. So they're basically just indicating here that there will be a very obvious balance and even like fairness or something like that, a justice and fairness and balance that is happening here. So maybe this is to say that these energies here, the way that it swung so powerfully towards the positive, I'm thinking that prior to this, there was a lot of lack and maybe misfortune, maybe negative or dark energy, and now it's swinging into the opposite direction to balance out all of the energies of, whatever's going on. Can you tell us what the news will be? Can you tell us about this news that they'll be receiving or what's coming their way? So the Teacher is the Hierophant card. And what they're saying with this card is that they're actually saying that something is still currently being unlocked with regard to this news. So you may not be, obviously you may not be receiving this right away, but it is coming within the near future. It's a little bit hard to predict the when, because everyone's situations is so different, but you do have, another group got this card too. You got the 444 on the clock. I don't know if maybe you've been seeing repeating numbers for something. Can you tell us moving forward, what is this good news? What's coming their way? Well, this could have been something that you were praying about, because that's what's going on here. This tapestry just says the prayer, and then it says, well, I'll read it to you actually. It says, that which gives us solace in times of need, what we invoke unto ears, a face we cannot see, no reason to believe, and therefore faith. We trust in the divine, please hear my plea. I don't know if that means anything to anyone here, but if just in case I read it, because that might have to do with it. I am drawn to the pillows here, and I kind of felt like, again, similar to some of the other groups, that dreams might be very significant for you guys. I'm gonna go out on a limb here for some of you. Again, if it doesn't resonate, that's okay. I think someone here needs to hear this though. There may have been a spiritual psychic communication or exchange that has already happened, but for some reason it hadn't reached you initially. That is going to come to you soon. And I did do a pick a card on that recently, if you want to just check back like a few videos back about psychic communication meant to come to you. I do think it's gonna come to you very soon, and it is going to really jolt you in some way and maybe even propel you forward for whatever reason. Here with the Eight of Imagination or Cups, and you can see you're moving on forward, and you're kind of in a sleepy daze here, as if you're not even fully in control of your own body. And sometimes when that happens to me, it feels a little bit like I'm being put in the passenger seat of my energy, and my guides are kind of just driving me a little bit, saying, no, go this way, this is the way that's best for you. So I don't know if that's going to happen to you guys, where it's going to feel a little mysterious, like, why am I doing this thing? But that could be why. Spirit, moving forward, what is this good news? Or guides, spirit team of group number 4, what is the good news coming their way, or what do they have to know about it? Thank you. Okay, so we have Child of Imagination. Again, we keep getting these similar cards. All of the groups are connecting today, and they got the hummingbird. So here it is. Here you guys are. You're following some kind of an inner guidance that you may not see, but you are definitely going to feel. There is a developing happiness. You can see the similarities in the coloring. So very similar colors. I never noticed that before. I literally drew these cards, and I never put that together. That's how tarot works, it just brings these ideas to us. So you are currently developing something spiritually. So you may not be aware of any of this going on, but this is happening behind the scenes. Again, this is currently manifesting. It's manifesting as we speak, is what they said. And again, there's a lot of power to this. There's a very powerful energy of maybe action or creation behind what's going on here. And it's very suspenseful, yes. But I do think that your guides are going to get your attention really soon. And no, they didn't tell me what the good news is just yet, but they're doing that on purpose, kind of like keeping us in a little bit of suspense here. So how can we... Spirit, what can you tell us, please? Can you clarify what is the good news, or what do they need to know of what's coming? Is there anything they're allowed to know about this situation and what's coming towards them? They said something about the future. So I don't think it's gonna... I feel like this is happening soon. But at the same time, they did mention something about the future. So I don't know if maybe it's going to impact your future. Maybe that's what they're trying to say there. because intuitively, I don't think that this is going to take very long, but I do think it is going to affect your future. Now, again, some of you may be moving and relocating, just for some of you, whether that means that's your home, your residence, or something with work, or something with like a new location that you're settling into in maybe any area of your life. But they did say something about that. I don't know if maybe that's shared energy. For some of you, that could be someone that you know, someone that you're very connected to. And then here we have the Emperor. They did say again that maybe you felt stuck for a very long time, because it's giving me the same vibe, and it's the same number 4 and 4, and you did get 444 on the clock. And 4, it's not a number of being stuck exactly, but it does kind of make me feel sometimes like stuckness, because it's like very stable and secure. So what else do we need to know, please, for group 4? Again, I feel like there's something here, hidden psychic communication, something like that, coming through very powerfully in the near future. They gave me the number 3 for some of you. I don't know if it's 3 days or 3 weeks or something like that. But they said that something within the psyche or the 5D or something is going to come bursting through with not a fury in a bad way, but it's like a torch, this fire energy that's blowing through. It's kind of crazy. Very, very powerful. Okay. Now, I still don't know what the news is. Spirit, can we have clarity? Specifically speaking now, what is this good news? Will it be spoken? Will it reach them through their work life, personal life, social life? Like, what's going on here? Thank you. So some of you, there could be some indication with a loved one. So whether this is coming through with your home life or something with family, or even soul family, okay? This could be involving a person that you're dealing with, but there is a powerful soul connection involved here. There is a lot of love and care, which is kind of why I laughed a little bit at this card, just because it's a sort of an inside joke with chronic group number 4s. Like you'll know what I mean if that pertains to you. But there is a lot of love in this situation. So unconditional love, something like that. Can you tell us a little bit more about this? What is this good news, please, for group 4? So there's this masculine energy involved here, or someone who's just very stable or kind of used to their own ways of doing things. This could be you or someone you're dealing with. Can you tell us what is the good news? We have the 4. Yeah, someone here is really extremely independent, always wants to do things just completely by themselves and achieve things on their own. They're a little bit of I don't know if it's like a rebel or someone who's like a free thinker. Like, let me go, let me travel, let me do my thing. A little bit of a nomad energy as well. But at the same time, someone who's very self-sufficient and resilient, incredibly strong in their energy. So I don't know why they're telling us this. It could involve either, if that's you, or a person that's involved with this message. It could even simply be that you're going to be hearing from a particular person. That could be the good news. I don't know quite yet, but let's see. Yeah, someone here was hurt in the situation. I know for a lot of you, like, if this is not fitting with you, you might be thinking that this is getting off topic, but I think that the good news, like I said, I am kind of feeling it like it has to do either with a connection or a hidden part of yourself that is actually in the process of healing right now. So with the 3 of Swords, someone here, whether it's you or another person, is undergoing it's like a very heavy process of transformation and healing right now. So again, I don't know if that's the good news itself, but they're not really saying. I think it's a mixture of things. So therefore, I'm inclined to say that I don't think yours is going to be the typical kind of good news that you're receiving. So whether it's like, congratulations, this happened, it's not like that. I think that this is a mixture of things. It's a little bit spiritual, and it is direct contact with someone from the 3D world, or it could be a situation, but I am feeling heavy energy with someone here. Hence the 2 of Cups, okay? So it does look like there is a healing, love, beautiful cleansing energy. The number 2 is showing twice here. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But like we had before, we did have it before. We have some kind of balance here. Some type of balance, fairness, or just an overall harmony of what's going on in the situation. I am feeling like this is a situation you've had to deal with for a long time, whether this was just with yourself or even it could, like I said, could have been with someone else. But the good news is that this is all sort of equalizing in the current time, and that is part of the, I feel like that's part of the good news, in a sense that you're going to know that everything is going to get easier. So how that comes to you, that will all be different. Some of you, you might receive news of the travel or that new experience. Others of you, you're going to receive a powerful spiritual nudge from directly from your guides. And others of you, it even could just be a decision that you're making. So again, this doesn't fit perfectly with that the topic, the question, but either way, this is quite positive news. Okay, so anything else? What do we need to know? Final messages for what good news is coming their way. Group 4. So there could have been some kind of karmic issue with you and the situation and or person, because we got the Justice card again. Okay, so something here is fixing itself. After a long wait period, something is finally coming into some sort of balance energetically, karmically, and in all ways, even emotionally, if someone was hurt in the situation. And finally, we have the Queen of Swords, which, as a final thought there, it does look like there is some type of truth or communication, something audible, I think, that I'm sort of feeling with that card. So like I said, someone here could be speaking, or there could be some direction that's being given. Is there any final card from this deck that they need to know? Any final message for group 4? Thank you. What good news is coming their way? Okay. Okay. Ah, you kids. So, group 4, we have the 2 of Cups again. That's what this is. Okay. And it does look like someone here was thinking about the other, and it looks like it's pretty mutual. We have the Game, which is the Fool card. And then we have the 8 of Polynoses or Pentacles. So whether this is romantic message or not, it could be self-love, it could be just within your whole destined path and stuff like that. There's a lot of hard work here. There's a lot of love, harmony, balance, a new beginning, and again, a lot of hard work and focus. So group 4, I'm still a little bit unclear. I know that this was kind of all over the place, and I felt it too. So I don't know if that's just the situation maybe, or even maybe your energy is like still balancing in some way, or it could be me too, obviously. But like, I don't know what's going on. So please let me know if you want to clarify in the comments. But this is to me is very good news. So within the next, I don't know, it could be several months, it could be a few months. They didn't specify, they just said the near future. Remember, you're on your way to a serious level of happiness and satisfaction with your life in terms of what you're manifesting. Remember that was your first message with the tarot. And that was the most powerful. So that is what's coming. I hope that clarifies it for you. The way that you get there can look a little complicated, but I think you're probably kind of used to that, honestly. But anyway, group number 4, that is what I'm seeing for you. I hope some of this was clear. I hope that some of this made sense. Please let me know below. You may want to check back in with this after some of this stuff has come through, to just go back and see how everything resonated. But group 4, I guess I'll leave it there. Thank you so much. If you want a personal reading, the link is below. If you're new, feel free to subscribe as well. So thank you once more, sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye.